Yo, 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 welcome back. This is Tossin Toothpicks. Say hello to the bad boys of wrestling podcasts.
Hey,
Uh, I'm Colin Kelly. I'm here with my boy Colt. Colt, how we doing tonight?
doing fantastic, brother. Had a decent 2 weeks of wrestling, and football starts tonight, baby. Gotta
Yeah,
take
yeah.
Broncos over 18 and a half points. So let's go.
Eh, all right, and we also got Rajon. Rajon's wearing his Birds gear. What's up,
Yeah,
Bird Gang?
I know they're not playing, and I hate those people who wear them. But like, football's back. You got to be ready.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
want to say one thing. I don't think Colt should be allowed to be called the bad guy when he's wearing a shirt that says "Thank you" going across the chest. Damn, I don't like this.
Colt's
What's that?
not the bad
Also,
guy.
I was going through my
Collectively,
shirts.
together, we're the bad guys.
I was going through my shirts, and I wanted to wear something for like Backlash, SmackDown. I only have American Alpha, and they're not on the show.
Yeah.
And I have Daniel Bryan, and
Oh, you still have my end zone cast shirt too, huh?
next time you come to Philly and I'm not like
Tomorrow.
working tomorrow,
Yeah.
I work 3 to 11,
Well, I mean, I'll
but
be there all weekend.
I'm going to Long Island for Evolve on Saturday.
We'll
But
figure it
I can drop it off wherever you are before I go to Long Island.
out. Okay, we'll figure it out.
But
Yes.
boys, we had a fun 2 weeks while we were gone, and I think one of us scored another point for a yearly tally with Kevin Owens winning the championship.
Are you humble bragging right now, or are you just bragging?
I think it's
Oh,
a
it was
straight up
me.
brag.
It was me.
Just
Okay,
straight.
yeah, it was me because I think Colin called me crazy.
Yeah, I might have.
Mm.
That may have happened. Yeah. So what Colt is referring to is we put up another point for grabs in our pick'em, our big match pick'em, for the title match on Raw, the Fatal Four Way, and Rajon and I guessed Seth Rollins, and looks like the only one that was right was our boy Colt, the bad guy.
All
Right,
right.
Rajon?
Yeah. I have one thing to say about that. It's about time you got something right because you pick a big swerve for everything. So it had to be right eventually.
I'm
So
winning in
kudos to you.
points. I'm winning in points. I'm the leader. I'm the top dog.
Kudos to you. You deserve it.
And what I'm gonna do is I've said this the past month. Go back on our podcast in the past, like whatever it's been, 8, and I guess we're gonna use our hot takes as points. I just never really went back,
Yeah,
but tomorrow I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna document them. But I'm probably up 3 points in you guys.
Something like that.
probably.
I had a question about
Mm.
the hot takes. Are they like on a point rating? Like, however hot they are, they're more points. If they're not as
No, I
hot,
think it should
less
just be
points.
if you hit it, you
If you
get a
get it
point.
right. All right, sounds good. All
But
right,
back to KO.
yeah.
That was one of the most shocking things I've seen on Raw or SmackDown in years. I was screaming. Our text chain blew up. My other text chain blew up. Our Twitter blew up. My Twitter
Mhm.
blew up. You could have given me 50 guesses. I wouldn't have gotten close to what fucking happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of those like children moments where I was laying on my couch in my basement watching it by myself. And as soon as I saw Triple H, I'm like, all right, sweet. I got real fired up. So I sat up on my couch. And then once I texted the group that I put on our Twitter, like literally I sent that text like 20 seconds before it happened. And then I'm pacing around my table in my basement, just walking in circles, like pacing because I was so excited. It was incredible.
Yeah, I definitely had the feeling like once Trips came out, man, like obviously like shit was going down, but I had the feeling like KO was gonna get the nod, and just the fact that like it happened that way, like I was going nuts. Like I was with my two roommates who don't really watch wrestling, and like even they, well, they actually don't like Kevin Owens, so they were mad. But like I was just like freaking out, like pumped up, and they were just like what the fuck is that? Because they're Roman fans, unfortunately. But
I think the one thing I didn't like how that was the beginning of the Seth face turn.
Why?
I want it to be like a quick thing. This could be a gradual build, but I can't complain too much because that was definitely the best moment probably since the Yes Movement takeover with Daniel Bryan like 2 years ago.
The only thing that I don't even know if this would have been better, but I think it could have been close if they all did that with Roman, and there was the double turn, 100%. And Roman became. It might not even have been better because Kevin Owens deserves it so much. But thinking of how they could have done it better, that would be the closest thing I would think. But it was incredible, and the way he ripped the title off of Mick and then stared at him when he walked back and looked at Steph and just didn't say anything. He's the best. It was great.
Yeah, I think going back to Rollins, I think if they're gonna do this face turn, I think they have to do it already. Like you were saying, I think it needs to happen obviously before their title match. You can't put Roman in this. I don't think he will be in it in the title picture, but I want to see this Rollins face turn happen sooner than later. I think it's all dependent on when we get Trips back on TV, though.
I think we're going to end up seeing Jericho screw over Roman and helping KO.
Yep,
and then we'll
100%.
get Jericho and Roman at the pay-per-view. So
yeah, they're supposedly still going back to that Roman and Ruru, but Ruru and Lana are on the 23-day honeymoon, so they gotta fill some.
How many weddings are they having?
Well, they did one for TV and they did a real one.
No, they have at least 5. I follow Lana on Snapchat religiously, and they're all having a reception every weekend. I don't know.
No,
if it's
good for them. Good for them. If you can, why don't you? The honeymoon phase.
3 honeymoons.
The honeymoon phase.
It's unbelievable. But one thing I'm kind of disappointed of, there's nothing else going on.
Sucks.
Absolutely nothing.
I was going to bring that up. Raw is pulling teeth.
I get that the NFL is starting and it's going to hit their lull, but this is a bad lull.
Yeah.
I barely watched anything this week, Raw or SmackDown, and I was kind of glad I didn't. And I just caught up throughout the week because, oh my god. I think the only big thing that happened since we last talked was probably the tag tournament on SmackDown and the Usos turning heel.
That was pretty cool. I like that. It was a long time coming.
I think it was needed. Yeah, it was needed.
Especially because there's.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Especially I was just gonna say, especially because there's no heels in the credible heels in the SmackDown tag team division, and obviously the Usos were getting stale with their doing dabs and shit, TJP style, but
fuck it.
But yeah, it's gonna be cool because obviously everybody wanted to see the Usos and American Alpha. I think that was the most hype match that we were going to see in the tournament, and the way it went down, we'll definitely get to see that full-fledged in a rivalry. So
I think we were pissed when it happened, but I think it's going to benefit them both. And I honestly love the way they're handling this because you couldn't put American Alpha over Slater and Rhino. You just couldn't. Make the Usos hurt Chad Gable and do this whole thing where he's hurt, he can't compete. Have the Usos beat Slater and Rhino to get more heat on them and continue the Slater thing trying to get a contract. So that's a win and win. And then have the Usos and American Alpha feud for the titles for 3 months, which is also a win-win. The writing between Raw and SmackDown is incredible. SmackDown.
I was just gonna say that.
Astronomically better.
There's different teams writing.
There are. Yeah, no, there are.
There's got to be.
Because the storytelling with the women, the storytelling with the tag teams. I mean, the only thing that really stinks on SmackDown is Dean.
Yeah.
And his feud.
AJ's doing everything he can. Dean just sucks.
Right. But everything else, the storytelling on SmackDown is what I want to see.
Right.
It's what I want to see, and I love it. You can definitely tell there's two different writing teams.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, is there anything else that like popped out to you guys over the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, going along with injuries, I thought we almost had a Sasha Banks retirement coming, Colt, and I know you wanted to shoot on that, right?
They did it with like Mark Henry. They did it. They did it with Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't think it was needed for Sasha.
No.
I don't think it was needed. Everyone on the internet was saying like everyone's pissed at the writers for writing it, and Sasha was going along with it.
Well, what is she gonna say? No.
What's up?
What's she gonna say? No.
I feel like she has to have a hand. She's one of the biggest stars. She has to have a hand in it.
She's
It's
24
not
years
like
old.
they're like giving her cue cards and like say, "You say this or we're firing you." Like, I just thought it wasn't needed, especially with Daniel Bryan giving the speech like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that match is going to be a good build. I think Sasha's going to lose again. And I think we're going to have a Sasha battling back until like a big show. So
Okay, but like, and this is where what I just said, the writing is just so like on opposite ends. Like, SmackDown puts himself in a pickle somehow, but they have so many backstories where they can make it mesh together no matter what, and everything ends well. Raw is not like that. Like, Bayley just beat Charlotte last week, and Mick said if she beat Charlotte, she got a title opportunity at Clash of Champions. And then Sasha comes back, and now what happened to Bayley? She just doesn't get a title match anymore, and they don't even talk about it?
here's the thing I like when it comes to like writing in wrestling. I like not doing things that are so concrete where you have to do them, but like planting seeds throughout the year where something works, you can go, oh, fuck it, let's do that. And then we'll just pick up and we'll do something next time. Like shows like Progress over in the UK and like PWG do that. They don't do like Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, so he has to be at WrestleMania, where they just tie things together. So I completely agree. Raw does things like too concrete versus SmackDown, who's more fluid and they're the more entertaining show. So anyway, that's my shoot on the writing, and I just wanted to get Ray John ruffled with Sasha because
you warned me, and I'm a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be a little better than that, but
well, it's not completely Sasha. It's of course the writing, but no,
it's nothing about Sasha.
Sasha Banks is trying to be the spot monkey, which is leading to her injury.
All right.
All right. Well, let's. If you guys got anything else for these past 2 weeks?
No, let's get to these picks so I can get more points ahead of you guys. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So let's get into Backlash. Let's start out with the IC title. Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Rajon, who do you got and why?
I think the Miz should win clean because he's the best heel on either show right now. And he finally deserves a match where he gets to go over somebody. And I'm just sick of Dolph being in the IC title picture. It just needs to go away. So I'm gonna go with the Miz.
All right, Colt.
Miz, easy. He's the best heel in the company, and I want Dolph to earn it. He earned the WWE Championship match. I want him to earn an IC and not just come out and say, you know what, you call Brian a coward, I think you are. I want him to earn it. So
right. He just kind of fell into this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Miz as well. I don't think it's clean, just because like when Daniel Bryan was calling the Miz out, he was saying how he's like a coward, and Miz said he wrestles like that because he wants to stay in the he wants to keep wrestling, and his, like the longevity just of his career shows that. I don't think it's like very screwy, but I think it's like an unclean finish for
like a Maurice type of thing.
Yeah, or maybe like holding the tights or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like
Okay.
Yeah, but I think just to continue his heel ways, like sure he might not have to do that, but he does it anyways to get the win. So.
mhm.
All right, let's go to the semifinal of the tag team tournament. We kind of talked about this before. I think we'll probably have a sweep here: Usos versus the Hype Bros, and we're all going Hype Bros, right?
Yeah, Mojo.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, that's obvious. We should skip that. We're all going Usos.
we're all going
Yeah,
Usos.
Usos easy.
Colt, do we have Jeff's picks?
No, I'll have to get them.
He's busy
Yeah.
with the open challenge.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with the final of the tag team tournament then. Colt, if we're all saying the Usos, who you got winning the titles?
I got the Usos to get some more heat, and we got to keep this Heath Slater story building.
Right.
I think they'll bring him back, write something new. Do I want to see Heath Slater and Rhino with belts? Of course. But I think it's going to be Usos to like solidify the heel turn and get more heat.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I hate not that I hate to agree, but like I don't want to just make this all cookie cutter, but like this matters for points, so I have to go with what I think. Everything you just said makes sense. Get more heat. Why turn them heel and not have them win? Then the heat is just you lower the heat on them. So keep it up. Keep the Slater thing storyline going because he's probably the biggest act in the WWE and SmackDown right now. So I mean, it's all right there for you. Just don't screw it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going with the Usos as well. Although I could see the SmackDown writers being like, "This is our first pay-per-view. Let's do something that'll surprise them and give Heath his contract." Although I think, like you guys were saying, let the Usos continue their heel ways and pull out a dub and keep this Heath Slater thing going until, like, I don't know, Survivor Series or something like that. All right, the six-pack challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Who do you got, Rajon?
Kyle, why don't you go first?
All right, I'll go. I'm going. This is actually tough. I'm gonna go with. I'm going with Nikki Bella. As much as I want to go with my girl Becky, I don't know if she's there yet. I don't know if she's going to be the face of SmackDown, but I don't know with Nikki being there and being a face now. I think she'll probably take it. All right, Rajon, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm trying to run through things in my head. I don't think Nikki's going to win because I think they're going to have the Carmella and Nikki feud.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they don't need the title for that. And I don't want to say Becky because I don't want it to be so cut and dry. Like, I'm thinking of Naomi and then, like, maybe give her the win she deserves and then she can feud with, like, Becky or, like, Alexa or something. But I'm going to go with Becky Lynch. I don't want to, but I'm going to.
All right, Colt.
There's one definite face champion in the entire program, the entire organization. That's a New Day. You're gonna have a second in Becky Lynch.
All right, so you're going Becky over Nikki. All right.
Yep.
Okay, next up we've got Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Colt, lead us off.
So this makes me so sick.
Why is that?
Because Randy Orton is going to win because they don't give a shit about Bray Wyatt. Makes me sick. Especially with Randy getting beaten down. It has to be. Because I think Bray's done. Like, the whole Bray thing, unless he goes away for a while, it's fucking done. It's boring. It's stale. Randy.
Yeah, I hate to agree with you, just because I don't know. I mean, this card isn't real diverse, like where you can make these wild card picks. With them, they've already announced a Brock Lesnar Randy Orton rematch, right?
Yeah, it's like in Chicago, like next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you got to build him back up to face Brock again. I don't know, like, and there's no like you can't have him losing to Bray and then have him be a credible opponent against Brock unless they want to just destroy Randy again.
This is
But
probably my biggest gripe with SmackDown writing. They got Bray, they put him at the top. He was doing well, and then he just cooled off again. And I just can't stand it anymore.
mm-hmm. Rajon?
Again, I'm gonna go. Well, this is actually my hot take. So, well, it goes into my hot take. So I'll save the ending for last. But I'm gonna go with Randy too, mainly because I think Randy is going to get the rub because he's going to be the first feud for AJ Styles when he wins on Sunday, and I think that they're gonna want to make this a credible heel versus face, which Randy can lose and still be credible, but they're gonna want to give him that rub, and I think Randy gets the win.
All right. So that goes into the WWE World Championship match. You said AJ?
I think AJ's the best wrestler on the planet. He's the best. He's getting very good on the mic. He's a great obnoxious heel. I think this is just me based on instincts, maybe because I hate Dean. I think WWE, I think backstage they're getting sour on him, just the way he's doing everything. And I think it's his time. He deserves it.
Colt?
Nope, Colin, you go.
All right. Yeah, I mean, everything's adding up to an AJ win here. The momentum he's built recently, he's the face that runs the place. I don't know if they're necessarily souring on. Well, I guess from the position that they put him in, yeah, they're definitely lower than what they were with Dean. But I don't think that means we're gonna see Dean move into irrelevance. But yeah, I think Styles picks up a win. I don't know. I think they got to do the rematch clause, right? Or maybe they'll do that on SmackDown. Yeah, I got Styles. Colt?
And this is where I continue to build my lead. Dean Ambrose is going to win, mainly because I just want to be ahead of you guys. I want AJ to win. Mm-hmm. I want him to win. And with my KO win, if AJ wins, it's cool because I'm still ahead of you guys. But the picks, I'm going with Dean because he stinks, and I think they want this to keep going for a little bit. But I don't think it's going to be clean. He's going to do something. He's going to do something stupid.
Yeah, he's like a tweener.
He really is, and that's why I hate him.
Yeah. I hate his face. I hate his actions, his mannerisms. I just don't like. I don't like.
What about the slingshot clothesline?
That is the best move. He has the two best moves in the WWE: the slingshot clothesline and the elbow from the top rope. Two of the best.
See?
Am I the Bray Wyatt of this podcast?
Oh my God.
I think I really turned Rajon on Dean.
No, I didn't like him for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
I didn't. I hate him.
I am now the Bray Wyatt of Tossin Toothpicks.
So you're going to be irrelevant soon.
Yes. No, but my pick, Dean Ambrose, and then I'll take like a 3 or 4 point lead in you guys.
All right.
Fair enough.
Let's get into these pay-per-views, right?
Okay, yeah. Now we're going to do something a little fun. Since the brand split, we're seeing all these pay-per-views coming back. So real quick, we're going to do our top 5 pay-per-views that we want to see back. So I think let's go 4-5. We'll each do 4-5. Then we'll each do 3-2, and then we'll do 1.
All right.
So who would like to go first? I'm still kind of.
Colin, start it up.
Yeah. All right. I'll go first then. I think this is actually already coming back. Actually, I'll make that 4. Let's do Starrcade. Let's go.
I knew
With
you were going to
number.
say that.
I
I
just
knew
like
it.
it sounds cool. I don't know. It's not like I ever watched it when I was a kid.
They already have WrestleMania.
No, bring it back. Bring it back. We need a big winter show.
All right, so Colin's 0 for 1.
Hey, this is my top 5. It's not yours. Number 4 is the one that I said I think is already coming back, which is Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
I think that's like those are some of the most exciting matches of the year. You got 6, and if you get 6 like credible contenders for the
Right.
titles, then it's just exciting as fuck. Rajon, what do you got?
I'm just going
Hold
2
on.
right now.
Let's go to
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber. The one thing I have about that I kind of don't like, before it like went away, I didn't like doing 2 of them. I'd rather have like the best story with the best writing with the best lead up get the one chamber match. Unless we're gonna do a women's chamber, they want to be like the boys. Let's throw them in the fucking chamber.
Oh god, they'll all be injured after that.
Yeah, right.
So are you saying you'd want to keep it like a single show pay-per-view?
When it first started, it was like the first one was like Kane, Booker T, RVD, HBK, Triple H, and someone else, and they all had stories. It was awesome. But then they got to like a random ass ECW one where like Carlito and Bobby Lashley. No.
Yo, I love Bobby Lashley.
So do I. All right, so I'm just going my 5th and 4th right now, right?
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Oh, 4 and 5. Okay.
I mean,
Okay. I'm gonna go with Armageddon. I just like the name. It's just like a hard. Did I take that from your Colt?
That growing up, that was my favorite one just because it had the coolest themes.
Yeah, I just love the way they did it. I don't know. There's not even anything. There's no gimmicks or anything. I just really like that one, so I'll leave that one there. One that I think they're going to bring back is bragging rights. They're doing the brand split. They're eventually down the road going to have the whole cross shows thing, and I just think they'll bring that back.
I think they should do that with Survivor Series, but I agree with you. They are going to bring it back.
Yeah.
all right. Colt?
Here we go. 5. I'm going with they've done it recently, but I want it to be a show. I want it to mean something, and that's King of the Ring.
Yep, that was on my list.
Yep.
It was King of the Ring. I want that to be a specific show with undercard guys. But what I would do, or what I want, is the King of the Ring, the winner, kind of get a Money in the Bank situation. Not when it's like they can come out and cash in, but like say if Baron Corbin wins and there's not a lot going on with the title picture, he goes, hey, Dean, I want to challenge you. And he cashes in for the next pay-per-view and they have a match. So it makes it mean something. And I think it would be cool to see a tournament in one night.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Another one that I had that there is 0% chance they would ever do is Road Wild back in the WCW days.
That's
You guys
insane.
remember that?
I never watched it because I wasn't old enough then, but I know what it is.
What was it? What was like the gimmick?
It's like they do it in like North Dakota or South Dakota or like a big biker city.
Yeah.
And it's just a ring, a Titantron, and bikers. They're Colin.
Yeah.
Go on the network. And
Yeah.
like, I watched like Road Wild '98, and it was like Hulk Hogan against Kevin Nash retirement match. Bikers, just bikes revving and shit. They would never do it, but if they did, I would go. I don't care if it's in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm going.
That's awesome.
Colin, you have to watch it.
That's awesome. I'm definitely
Hilarious.
gonna check that out. That sounds so sick. All right, Colt, why don't you continue and do your 3rd and 2nd?
3-1, I would like. It's not pay-per-view, but it's what Eric Bischoff did. The Raw Roulette on Raw.
Yeah.
I like that for like Raw or SmackDown, where they like have like a match for a title, and they spin like whatever the stipulation or.
I remember that. That was cool.
Doing matchups. thought that was really cool. And another cool one, it was called Battle Bowl in the early 90s in WCW. What they would do is they would put the rosters in a pool and they would pick names out and they would be random tag teams and it would be a tournament and then they would be the champs at the end. So it could be like Jey Uso and Baron Corbin in a tournament. It would be like Kalisto and Roman Reigns in the tournament. And then they would battle throughout the night, and then the winner would be the champ. So I thought that was cool. Just like I watched the battle both from like '93, and it was like Cactus Jack and Vader, Sting, and some random guys. So I thought that would be kind of cool just to see what the teams would be.
All right.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go with what we talked about before I went on the air, and it's so bad that's why it's on here. Cyber Sunday, because I was young when this was on, and I still remember thinking and saying to like my brother, like, this can't be a pay-per-view because the matches are already determined before you vote because they need to script the matches and do it. Like, you can't have like either a ladder match or like an Inferno match. That's just not how it works. So like, it was ridiculous that all of this was just. But I just want to see it back because like the people go crazy, and all the fans and voting and all that stuff. Like, it'll be good for like getting out on Twitter and all that stuff. And the other one, which I think is synonymous with the Heartbreak Kid, maybe just because the video game, is In Your House. And I just, the name, everything about it, I just, like, wasn't it like that, like almost like house shows type of things where like it wasn't just big arenas where they were all fighting? I mean, I think that's how it was. I just know I remember like I want to see that one come back just because it was like old school. And just like Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, and it was the best.
Yeah. Okay. For three, I had King in the Ring, and then for 2, I actually had Cyber Sunday. I think that'd be awesome. I think like what they used to do. I mean, do you think it was scripted? The voting and shit.
I think it had to be.
Yeah, Colt.
Well, I think it was like 100% scripted because they had to write it.
Right.
Well, I think like, yeah.
There were similar matches. It would be like a no holds bar or like a false
no DQ. Anywhere. Yeah.
But like, they still need to script it.
Yeah. Yeah, and like we were saying before, if they actually did that, the internet community would just like try to take that over every time. All right, let's move on to number 1. I'll go with ECW One Night Stand.
That was the worst pay-per-view in history.
No, dude, it was raucous. It was always raucous.
It was literally rated the worst pay-per-view in history.
Dude, I just want like some Extreme Rules matches, like actual like seeing some blood, like not like you see at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. But I just want some like bring your favorite Rob Van Dam back in.
No.
Well, no, what I want, like Colin, I agree with you to an extent. I want it back only if they do it in a small, intimate, like Hammerstein ballroom setting.
Right.
I don't want it at the Prudential Center. Right. I want it in Hammerstein ballroom.
Right. That's what I'm like the vibe. That's what I was going for.
Okay.
All right, Rajon, what do you got?
All right. I had this one written down, and then I moved it up to number 1 because I thought of the way that they can do it, and I really liked it. I only did it once in 2001, Invasion. That's not what you're going to say, was it? Okay. I just really, like, first of all, the main event Invasion was where Stone Cold turned and teamed up with Vince McMahon, and it was awesome. But I think they should do an Invasion over time with NXT and have an NXT Invasion and get more stars up that way. Where like, because the end of the main event was like a big tag team match. So do like Shinsuke, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, like all those guys, Samoa Joe. I mean, obviously these guys would be called up, but I mean these caliber guys against like the big guys from Raw or SmackDown and just get the big rub and everything. I just think it'd be really cool to bring back Invasion and do it with NXT.
That'd be cool.
Love that idea. Love it. But I don't think it'll ever happen.
I agree. It won't.
But if we could fantasy book I'm taking that idea because just like seeing like Shinsuke or Austin Aries or Bobby Roode just show the fuck up and beat down Kevin
Right.
Owens for some reason. Now, because back in the day, Invasion, that's like my favorite storyline ever.
With the WCW and all that.
Yeah, but they fucked it up. But
I know. Bad. Really bad.
at the beginning, I was like glued
Yeah.
to the television. I loved it. But my number one, which I think they will bring back, they almost did, is War Games. Fall Brawl War Games. I saw they were gonna do it with the Rhodes family and the Shield, like years ago. But they didn't. But it would be great to just get like throw the Wyatt family in the Shield or throw like New Day and the Wyatts. Or I just like how they took stables, threw them in 2 wrestling rings with a Hell in a Cell.
Right.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. And one thing like I'd like to see, what I think would be cool is like if they could make a pay-per-view out of it, is just like the draft. Like next time they do a draft, make a pay-per-view out of it instead of it being on one show.
I was at a draft once.
You were at the one when Vince McMahon blew up, right?
I was, yes.
No
3-hour
shit.
show. Yes, I was. I was there. I was in the last row and we all made signs. I had an animal sign. The picture just said the animal with the picture of Batista that I printed out from offline. That was just
All right. So yeah, that's our top 5. We'll hopefully be doing more of that kind of stuff in the future. I got 3 lightning round questions, and they're not like that great, but
All right, let's speed through those and then the hot takes.
yeah. All right. First one: does the Bo Dallas push continue?
hear you. Yes.
Yes.
Colt saying yes. Rajon, what do you got?
I say no. They're pushing him for this fight against the Chinese guy. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no as well. All right. Does Kane make an appearance at Backlash? Maybe chokeslam somebody.
Yes, 100%.
Rajon?
Yes,
Colt?
even if it's like a backstage thing, or because it's 3 hours and they don't have that much wrestling for 3 hours. Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, there's only 6 matches on the card.
Nope.
No? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. All right, and my last one: who gets pinned in the women's 6-pack challenge?
It's an elimination match.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they announced that yesterday.
Okay. Who's the first to get pinned?
No. Who's the final 2?
Okay, yeah, that works. I think it's Nikki and Becky.
I think it's Becky and Carmella.
I'm going Becky and Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
All right.
Just because she's so cute.
Carmella is, whew, I love her.
And give me a pre-show match. Corbin Kalisto.
Kalisto.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
All right. That's what I got for lightning round. Let's go to hot takes. I'll go first. Rhino turns heel on Heath Slater.
I like that. I really like that.
All right, what do you got?
Mine's more of a long-term thing, so we got to keep this in the bank for when I get my point.
Cool.
And it goes back to what I mentioned before about Randy Orton getting the win. I think Bray Wyatt is going to go away for a while, and I think he's going to come back in 4 or 5 months. He's going to be a face. He's coming back as a face, and down the line, he's going to win the title from AJ Styles.
Is he still Bray Wyatt?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, here, Rajon, see, that was so vague until you said Styles. So if he doesn't win it from Styles, it doesn't count.
No, that's fair. I mean, like, Styles is going to win, have a good run, and Bray's going to do the whole lights out thing because Styles is such a great heel. Bray's going to come in with the whole lights out thing like 5 months down the road after he beat Dean again and after he beat Orton. And he's going to – he might not win it first time. It might take a couple months, but he's going to come back as a face and beat Styles for the title.
All right. I like that. Colt, what do you got? Make it hot.
Oh, man, there's so much going on. Let's go with – this is probably for Clash of Champions. Triple H has some effect on the match between Kevin and Rollins. and Kevin's gonna win.
That might be the coldest take you've ever had.
Yeah, that's really cold.
What do you want me to say? Like Nikki
Here,
Bella's
wait.
top
Wait,
falls
Colt.
off?
Colt, I have a hot take for you. Mick Foley's going to be on Raw this Monday.
Whoa.
I fucking hate Ray John.
That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot.
Well, I didn't have anything. They're like, I threw out all my hot takes, and like mine are like all down the road. I had like Big E winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I had a Roman face turn or a heel turn in the next 6 months.
Okay, you've been saying that your whole
Everything's
life.
down the road. I wanted to give some. No, I'll take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
Good. You should.
So no hot take from Colt this week.
No.
Okay.
Colin, do your plugs a while, and then I'll throw my hot take and toss a toothpick and end this son of a bitch.
All right. Yeah. So I'm Colin Kelly. You can follow me at the Colin Kelly, and also at check out my website. We write some blogs. MidnightTacos.net. Rajon?
I'm Zach Wojcicki. Follow me at, I didn't write it down. I forgot. Next time I will. So I'm not even going to spell it out this time. Follow me at Zachariah. If you don't know now, you'll know next week.
I'm going to make a bet that when Zach does it, it's going to be backwards on the camera.
Yeah.
Like take it to the bank. Vegas has it like minus 400.
Is that the hot take, Colt?
Let's go with my Twitter at real Mr. Dorsey, and follow the podcast at TTP Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And me and the boys will be talking. We'll be doing a giveaway probably soon because we hit 500 followers when we get those up. So make sure you subscribe, comment what you want to see, follow us on Twitter. And my hot take.
You still don't have it. You still don't have it.
All right. Save it for next week.
Here we go. Alexa
right.
Bliss. No, I did it. Alexa Bliss wins the SmackDown Women's Championship before Survivor Series.
All right.
Let's toss some toothpicks. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, go Birds.